Alright, I'll start it when the draft starts, just for maximum confusion. Ok, donc, nous voici avec un nouveau draft du Cube 24. Je sais pas c'est quoi Vintage Cube en français. Juste draft de Vintage Cube. Excellent, fantastique. Oh, ça c'est pas une bonne place pour ça, on le met ici. Ok, bon, on va prendre le Mox Ruby, c'est pas mal évident. Sinon, je prendrais peut-être Tinker, peut-être Opposition. Mais Mox Ruby est facile. Intéressant. Je pense que je vais juste prendre le Miscalc. Vous me connaissez, j'adore Miscalc. Il y a aussi Valky qui est comme intéressant. Mais Miscalc, c'est une très très bonne carte. Alors, ouais, je pense que je vais prendre ça. Wandering Fumarole, peut-être, si ça revient. Il y a des bonnes cartes ici pour nous. Rabble Master, Fumarole, Firebolt, Mall Drifter, c'est toutes des cartes très raisonnables. Mais ouais, Miscalc ici, je crois. Ici, I don't know, c'est pas vraiment intéressant. Il y a vraiment rien qui est comme super intéressant. Peut-être juste le Stormcaller parce que c'est une bonne carte. C'est pas bien avec ce qu'on a maintenant, mais c'est une bonne carte en général. On peut facilement trouver des cartes avec lesquelles ça peut être s'améliorer. Ouais, je vais prendre ça. Sinon, peut-être Phyrexian Rager, Cruel Signet, Blackleaf Cliffs. Toutes ces cartes sont comme ok, mais pas fantastiques. Ouh, j'adore Skydiver. Définitivement Skydiver ici. Cette carte, non. Cette carte est très très bonne dans Vintage Cube. Tu veux prendre des choses comme le Mox Ruby pour 3 mana. Ouais, pas mal facile ici. Pas beaucoup de décisions là. Alright, and that's that. God damn, I just realized even if this draft goes well, the VOD is now like unusable. The VOD is now unusable as a YouTube draft or as a YouTube video because it just starts in like French for no particular reason. Ooh, easy Metamorph here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Metamorph here. There's honestly a very reasonable argument for taking the Shield Breaker. Like, that card is just very good. But I think Metamorph is equally very good and also more and doesn't force us into another color yet. Like, I like Shield Breaker a decent amount, but yeah, I think the Metamorph is just the stronger card. Yeah, passing a Tolarian for sure. I'm not a big believer in Tolarian Academy early. I think Tolarian Academy and Gaia's Cradle are both lanes that are incredible in the right deck, but they can also just wind up doing not a lot. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I think that like Metamorph is just the better card. Like, I would rather take a Metamorph. The payoff for Academy isn't high enough to be worth passing just the always playable and always good Metamorph in my mind. Artifacts are very fun, not gonna deny, but we also haven't seen any artifacts since Pack 1 Pick 1, which is like already like leading me in the direction. It's like, I don't know how I feel about trying to force this card that doesn't go with any of our, like, doesn't go great with any of our previous picks other than sort of being blue. And I don't know, yeah, like I said, it hasn't seemed like that deck is open so far. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Kiza. You're not wrong. That actually probably is just like the correct thing to do. Oh, hate is a strong word. I dislike the Chrome Mox. I dislike Chrome Mox in quite a bit. I don't like imprinting a card. Alright, well, if we had gone the artifact direction, obviously like Workshop and Monolith are pretty interesting here. It's probably not happening, DC, because like the only block cards here are like Shallowgrave and Duress, and neither of those are very, very good in my opinion. It's probably actually Pyromancer happening here. Obviously, we only have the Miscalc to go with it, but like blue-red Pyromancer decks are actually like very, very fun to draft in Vintage Cube in my opinion, so not really locked into any of these cards, but I think speculatively the Pyromancer. Okay, well, DC, is this what happens when you show up? I'm not even mad. I fucking love this card. Alright, we're gonna take that over anything here. I'm not taking Steamkin or any of the other nonsense. And like, Thief of Sanity is actually just great. Ooh, Mirari Conjecture? I love that card. That card's fun. That card's very fun. Yeah, I don't think swords are good enough in Vintage Cube. I think swords are actual traps in Vintage Cube. Like, you'll get a matchup or two where they're okay, but generally speaking, it's like they're pretty win more, for lack of a better explanation. I'm going to take the Mirari Conjecture here. I could take the Rakdos Signet, and it probably wouldn't be like incorrect to do it, but I think I'm taking Conjecture because it's the more fun card, and I want to kind of see if I can get there. All right, we might be opposing some people. Firebolt is nice. Are we just a Grixis pile? Grixis piles are fun. Grixis piles are very fun. None of this is great. I'm probably going to take the Mana Rock. And by which I mean I am going to take the Mana Rock. Just going to take this for signaling, passing green. Ooh, I'll take Frost Titan. That card's good. Oh yeah, is that what I did? You're right. That actually just is loose. That is just patently loose. I'm sorry, Pete. You're right. I should not have moved Metamorph to the 4-drop slot. That's cowardice, is what that is. Solid start to a draft here. Solid start to a draft. The Stormcaller is still looking pretty suspect, but you know, you never know. I'll give somebody a last pick Mana Dork, why not? Green's pretty open, but green is often open, so that's not super surprising. Yeah, I think that's probably a good way to look at it, Pete. Is like, I don't think I'd take any of the swords if I didn't already have a way to like get them in a card advantageous way. I think GTA is probably the only equipment I would take without having a Stoneforge, and that would also, but it would also make me want to take a Stoneforge much more highly. Oh my. Splashiok, no! Like, oh my god. Oh my. And a twin? This would definitely be a very solid twin deck. Do I pass Mox Emerald? Is that reasonable to do? It's like not a good Mox for this deck. Like, it's just randomly like a colorless Mox. Vannifar is great. I don't think I'm taking Mox, chat. I actually don't think I'm going to. I think this pick is between Ashiok and Splinter Twin. TBH. Could also be Prismatic Vista, honestly. Our fixing currently is Garbo, and we were trying to be 3 colors ostensibly. Doing it. Doing it, not looking back. Not even looking at the chat right now. Wowza. This is an embarrassingly bad pack. This pack is just rancid. Like, absolutely rancid. I guess I'll take a Tundra, because it's like a fetchable blue land, but like, it's easy to be pressured into what you want when it's also kind of what I want. I do love the blue-black life. So Chandra is like the best card by a lot here, but it's also pretty hard committing me to this Grixis life, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about living this Grixis life. Double red is like a little sketchy. The pick might just be Chartercourse, but I'm gonna take the Chandra because we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun this draft. Take a Remand here. That's pretty straightforward, I think. Him is interesting, but double black and double red don't go great together. Probably going to take the Collective Brutality here. I've always been a big fan of that card. Fire Blast, not exactly what this deck's trying to do. Although Fire Blast... Yeah, no, Fire Blast not great here. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Deluge is so good, but, like, do I have to take this Darkslick Shores? Kind of feels like I have to. Hey, Captain Pathu. Welcome, welcome. This is Magic the Gathering Online. This is, yeah, new arena update. Get out of here, Kiza. Yeah, no, this is the parent client of Arena. And this is, and it is also the only one you get to draft Vintage Cube on, which is the best format in all of Magic. Don't at me. F. I'm gonna have to eat my vegetables on this one. Gotta eat the vegetables. Gotta eat them vegetables, even though I really wish I didn't have to. I'm gonna take Chalice here. I think that's fine. Still be better than any of the other random cards in this pack. Yeah, the land was necessary. Oh, okay, fair enough. I've had a couple of people come in here and be like, yo, I don't even know what this, like, what are you playing right now? And it's like, oh, wow. I guess we're like, I'm definitely like just firmly in boomer territory. Love Brazen Borrower. Glad to pick that up. Didn't wheel a twin, but also didn't expect to wheel a twin. Shockingly, didn't wheel the Mox Emerald either. I was so sure we could. I'm going to take the Ancestral Vision here pretty happily. Yeah, that's fine. It's not my favorite card in the world, but I do think it's a very solid one. Sadly, this doesn't have Flash. It'd be sweet if it did. You could, like, flash it in right before the Ancestral Vision comes off. Kids these days don't even know what MTGA is. By which I mean, of course, MTGO. Yeah, I mean, Visions isn't the best card, but it didn't deserve to be that late. I will say that. Sure, I'll take Mom and Dad here. I want Swift Spear. It's like kind of okay in this deck. It's a little off theme, so I probably don't want it, but I think it's better than like taking a Thassa's Oracle for no particular reason. Is that true? Maybe it's not. Maybe I just take the Thassa's Oracle. I don't think I play either, though. Ooh, Visions Dreadhorde Arcanist is kind of a thing. Maybe? Question mark? Oh yeah, no, I'm assuming I assumed the DC meant in the pack. It's really funny. Like, I'm not convinced Ashok was the right pack to pick one there, but I am convinced that Emerald was not, which is like a weird place to be. Although we haven't seen any Splinter Twin pieces, though that might just be because people are snapping them up already, but so I'm like kind of like retroactively rewarded for that choice. But it's really funny that like there were two cards in the pack that were just like pretty much objectively better than taking a Mox. It's probably gonna just have to be Force of Will here. There's a few decent cards. I'm actually a big fan of this, the value reanimate. Just putting a reanimate in your black deck and just getting value out of it, because you basically always will. But I think Force of Will is just gonna be better for us overall. Lots of interchange players. They can't abandon online, but they probably don't want to redesign the UI. Well, they did just recently redesign the UI, to be fair. Like, this UI is extremely nicer and more Arena-esque than the previous one was. So they did do a minor UI overhaul, and I do think it was a quality of life improvement. I think Force is just better here, right? Like, I don't have any real counter magic right now, except for, like, yeah, I have two soft counter spells, so getting a hard counter is pretty good. I can buy it back with Conjecture, too. I'm unlikely to wheel the reanimate, which is a darn shame, but I think also acceptable. Ooh. Ooh, okay, we got some good ones here. I love Fire Ice. I also love Inquisition. Sphinx is nice, but I don't think I'd want to pick a Sphinx over this cheap interaction. So the question here is really just like, am I taking an Inquisition or a Fire Ice, basically? Man, we haven't seen any blue-red fixing, or like any real fixing at all. The only fixing I passed is actually like the Prismatic Vista. I don't know that I'd take much over fixing, no. I don't know that I take much over fixing. Like, fixing is looking pretty bad right now. And, like, if we're going to lose with this deck, it's going to be to, like, terrible fixing issues. I think I take the Fire Ice here, see if I can't wheel the Inquisition. It's not super likely, but I think it's what I want to be doing. Alright, yeah, Blood Crypt over everything. As much as I wish I could take Scarab God here, like, Blood Crypt is actually just, like, extremely, extremely important. Jesus, okay. Similarly, gonna take the Watery Grave here. Okay, well, I asked for fixing and we're getting fixing, so, you know. Maybe we even wheel the Lava Claw Reaches. I actually think we have a decent chance of wheeling Lava Claw Reaches, and I think that that'd be great. I'm not convinced Arcanist is making the final cut, which is why I didn't do that, Pete. Otherwise, I would have. But yeah, I'm not sold on Arcanist making the cut. Jitte actually looks potentially reasonable in this deck. I have 10 creatures. Is that enough for a Jitte? Or do I just want to take the Wear Tear? I don't think I want Null Priest. That card's not great. I think Jitte is probably decent here. I think it's better than Wear Tear. Gonti. I do like Dig Through Time, but like, I'm not gonna do my boy Gonti dirty like that. Gonti is a very fun Magic card. Yeah, Dig is fine, but like, I don't know. Gonti's just more fun. That was admittedly probably just an incorrect pick, like sort of like strictly speaking, value, whatever wise, but it was the fun pick, and I stand by it. FTK with the sideboard, I guess, is fine. Man, what's Karakas still doing here? The card is so good. Char again for the sideboard, I suppose. I was wondering if that was just like you giving it a fun nickname or if it just got auto-corrected. That's very funny. I can take Wear Tear because I have the Tundra in my sideboard, and I would probably just play the Tundra over a basic island if I had that in my deck. Like, I think that's totally kind of a free roll. But it's not a priority pick by any stretch. Ooh, we wheeled the Reanimate. I do like the Pyromancer. But I don't want to have like actual infinite double red cards. Like, I may not even be playing Pia and Kieran here. And I think the Reanimate's like just very, very good, obviously. Ooh. Oh wow, we wheeled the Inquisition. Nice. Okay. Wow, we wheeled the God too. There's an argument for the Pyroclasm, but I'm not passing Scarab God. I'm trying to have fun here. There's also an argument to just like not play red, if we're being honest. Whoa, we didn't wheel the Blackleaf Cliffs out of this pack? That seems weird to me. That seems very weird to me. Depends. Has he had coffee or not, Kiza? Let's take the Regisaur, I guess. Let's take a sideboard Vortex. Tassie Boy, maybe? Okay. So I think we're just cutting the red from this deck. I think our fixing is super bad. And I think that cutting the red from this deck is just going to make our deck better. Which doesn't regrettably mean that I'm also cutting this Fire Ice. Like, we'll just play the Ruby as a colorless Mox, which is fine. Yeah, I think this deck is just better off without the red in it. This is a land as well. Alright, DC blue-black all along. I don't think the Fire Ice is worth keeping. You may be right, though. You may be right. I could just, like, free roll it off of just the Blood Crypt itself. And I guess the Mox. Yeah, you're probably right about that. Okay, you know what? We'll keep that in there. It's a hedge. It's a hedge. So this is 22 cards. We need one more card in here. So basically, it comes down to that. Is our last card going to be Tasty Boy or the Oracle? I guess the Oracle is probably better. Actually, that's not even true. How much stuff do I put in my graveyard early on? Like a fair amount. Ice is actually quite strong on its own. Ice is quite strong on its own. I see you there, DC. Is Stormcaller good in this deck? So Stormcaller is a combo with... It's a dangerous combo with Reanimate. It's a combo with Inquisition. It's a combo with Brazen Borer. It's actually not very good in this deck, though. It's okay with Brutality. I actually don't think I like Stormcaller in this deck. I think we get that out and we put the Oracle instead. Just as like some filtering or whatever. What does Conjecture do for us? Do we have any sorceries? I actually don't know if we do. I guess we have Brutality. Brutality is a sorcery. Oh yeah, and so is Reanimate. Ancestral Visions, but I'm not really trying to pick up an Ancestral Visions from my yard. Yeah, Conjecture also not looking great, so maybe I play Tasker over Conjecture, and that's like not bad. This all looks pretty good to me. Yeah, this looks fine. This looks like a reasonable deck. Wait, this is only 22 cards? Did I overcut? Oh, I guess I did. Is there a splashable red card I'd play? Like maybe Stormcaller is just fine because it's a body for Jite. Caller's probably better than Conjecture, given what I'm planning on doing with the Conjecture. Omniscience. Yeah, let's just put the Stormcaller in, just because it's a basic for the, or not a basic, but it's a body for the Jite, and I think that that's okay. Yeah, this looks fine. This looks fine. Add basics. No, we don't need a mountain. Always add a black source. That gives me 1, 2, 9 blue, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, no, let's go like this. Yeah, it gives me 8 black sources. 8 black sources and 10 blue sources, and I think that's probably good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, this looks pretty good to me. I like the look. All right, what do we got? My opponent is Dazzler. I'm kind of annoyed that for whatever reason MTG bot is apparently on strike today and is not telling me what my opponent's records are. Not that it ever like super matters, but kind of wish I knew. I mean, it's not a mulligan. It's slow. I wish I had some of my earlier interaction in hand. Like, I have so many 2-drops in this deck, and I've somehow drawn none of them. But we are on the draw, so maybe I can draw into a 1-drop or a 2-drop. Would love to just see, like, Ancestral off the top here. Visions, that is. Alright, Blue Mirror, Ponder. So Force of Will to Ponder? Oh, my opponent went low. Not that low, actually. They went to 6 cards. That is not actually as low as I initially thought. I just saw them with 4, but they've got a land in play and a spell in the stack, so that makes sense.
Griffin?
Yeah?
I need to chat with you when you have a minute. You can, like, spare 5 minutes or 3 minutes.
How urgent are we talking?
Like, somewhat.
I mean, I can just mute, but I am like just starting a match right now. But I can just mute if that's like okay with you.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go on mute for a second. Chat, I'll still be playing, but yeah, I'm gonna go on mute. I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back. That was a nice little draw there. Playing against blue-white control, seemingly. See how that goes for us. Ooh, Esper control. Spoke too soon. Metamorph, or Revoke rather, is irritating but not the end of the world. So that'll shut off my Chalice, of course. But I couldn't have cast the 4-drop next turn unless I draw a Black Source here anyway, which I might, but still. I have the very reasonable backup plan of Thief of Sanity, which is like quite good in a control matchup, generally speaking. And I will probably defend it with a Forcible if I need to. Yeah. So let's get that in here. See what they want to do about this. Okay. So not countering it, which is actually nice. And then yeah, if they go to deal with this somehow, I will fight over it with the force on their turn if I need to, or with the remand on my turn if I get to. Because we can probably ride this thief pretty far into this game if they don't have an answer for it. They've got 5 cards. There's plenty of things they could have. We also have like the nice sort of like fail rate of like fail case of like reanimating it if like if everything else fails, which is kind of nice. Valky. So Valky's gonna do what? Like take my Frost Titan or my Gonti, I suppose? Valky's annoying, but like mostly because it means that they know what they're playing against. Like I don't like giving up the information. I don't really want to force the Valky, but I actually like, I weirdly think I'm supposed to. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I don't, this is weird because it's not like the Valky itself is threatening, but the combination of like taking a card out of my hand anyway, along with the fact that like they would then know everything that I'm up to is like a little bit alarming to me. Yeah, shockingly I'm not gonna block there. That was a close one for me, but I think in a lot of these control matchups, information is a really, really important commodity. And I think that denying them the information is good enough. Okay. So obviously I'm not casting this Gonti anytime soon. Actually probably, wait, is this play? No, it's cast, so the land wouldn't have mattered anyway. So let's see what they're up to. At least get an idea of what they're up to. Yeah, I took a bit of a gamble there that they weren't going to have a follow-up play for the Thief. Like, absolutely, that was a gamble. But it also felt to me as though if they were going to be... Ooh, that's actually really interesting. Do I want the Bitter Blossom? I don't think that I do. So the Search seems kind of decent. I'm going to hang on to that for now, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, I took a bit of a gamble, but again, yeah, my impression was that since I was tapped out, my opponent probably would have just gone for a kill spell if they'd had one. And they would have also known it was safe to go for a kill spell, or like what they needed to play around if they'd seen with the Valky. Like I said, I just think that the information in control mirrors is actually worth the force there. All right, as long as their answer costs 3 or more, then I can buy another turn with whatchamacallit, and I think that that's good. Especially if it has white in the cost. Oh, wait. Resolves. Okay. Like, I guess it's a blocker, to be fair. Like, maybe that's literally the only reason they played it. It was just because it's a blocker. I'm hoping they didn't think it was going to be an answer, because that would just be, like, very unfortunate for them. Also, I might reanimate the Valky here. So let's do this on their end step. Ooh, okay. Those are some solid options. Now I'm just going to ditch the Gonti. I'm going to ditch the Gonti and a land. Untap these. Now I can just reanimate the Gonti. And still hold up a Remond. Ooh. Big Reg. Reggie into house. Well, let's attack first. Unlikely to Gonti into something I can use to get the Bone Shredder out of the way in any meaningful way. How's it going, Jack? You're the second person to make that, or a joke of the along that that vein today. But for whatever reason, I'm still entertained by it. So you know, go you. All right, let's reanimate the Gonti. There's something thoroughly satisfying about just like playing your opponent's deck. Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, let's take a walk in Ballista. The Chupa Chup is like not really appealing. Yeah, Ballista's just nice. Let's take a Ballista. We're not going to play it here, of course, because I do want to hold up Remand, but yeah. No, Vintage Key was great. Vintage Key was great. Yeah. Oh, good. You too? Yeah, my go-to has definitely been that. I guess remanding that doesn't really serve a purpose. Wait. Hang on, what died this turn? Oh, no, I can remand it because they would have to find another way to trigger Revolt. Otherwise, it won't be valid if it's not. Nice. Would have liked to draw the Watery Grave earlier, but whatever. That's kind of sweet. I almost missed that. Nice. I've been playing a mix of Tibalt and Heliod. Has been what I've been doing in Brawl. Tibalt if I want to go hard control, and Heliod if I just want to go, like, all-out aggro. Both are fine. Alright, yeah, let's just play land, attack. Yeah, I mean, Brawl has basically just been my, like, my way of getting my 4 daily wins, pretty much. I'm not super in love with any of the formats that are on Arena right now. Like, I think All-Time Draft is fantastic, obviously, but I'm a little bit drafted out, and, like, I mean, now I'm just playing Vintage Cube, and, like, why wouldn't I be doing that? But none of the constructed formats on Arena really are speaking to me at the moment. It's a bit of a shame, honestly, because I love Magic. I just don't love the kind of Magic Arena's been offering me lately. Like, fair enough. I guess you finally got me, but I do get to get one last card out of you first. What? Excuse me? Why is there a Bomat Courier in my opponent's deck? Do they have Tinker? My opponent has Tinker. My opponent has Tinker in their deck. That's the only reason you play Bomat Courier in your Esper deck. Like, there's just no reason to otherwise. That's something, I'll say. Huh. Okay. Okay, my opponent's on 1 card left. I'm just going to play Skydiver and Reggie here and make them have answers to things. And I'm just going to cast it as a 2/1 flyer. Holding up Spell Pierce. I'll discard the Watery Grave to the Reggie, whatever. And BD. I'm not gonna lie, I should have stolen the Revoker. I like stone forgot that they had the Fatal Push in hand. Well met. Well met, fellow Regisaur aficionado. Now the funny thing is that every single creature, or like both creatures that I have are a trade. So like this is kind of fine. Is your last card a kill spell? I'm gonna Spell Pierce it if it is, but no. Hello. Obi-Wan voice, hello there. Yeah, trade there makes a fair bit of sense. They don't want to just take a pasting. But now I get to do this. We steal all my opponent's cards. Yeah, Blue-Black Theft is like probably just my favorite, like my personal favorite archetype when it works. It's just so satisfying. What did I exile? Jite Bloom Swamp. Lotus Bloom? Yo, what is my opponent doing in here? What is Lotus Bloom doing in your Jite deck? With a Bomat? What is happening here? Chat, what's going on? I feel like I'm being bamboozled. Okay. That was a very bizarre game, but we got there, I guess. Or something. A lot of weird things happened in that game. A lot of very weird things happened in that game. I kind of like the Mirari Conjecture against an opponent like this. Like in a control matchup, I think Conjecture is very strong. I could see cutting just like... I don't know, what would I cut here? Might actually just cut the Jite against this opponent. The Jite didn't look super impressive there. So they do have a Bitter Blossom in the deck. Jite is very good against Bitter Blossom. Could just cut the Fire Ice. It's not that good against... Yeah, let's cut the Fire Ice against this opponent. And keep the Jite in. At which point I can just cut that and put in a Swamp so that my mana isn't a teeny bit more painful than it already is. Yep, that works. Yeah, Fire Ice not at its best in a control matchup, but very reasonable against most aggro and mid-range decks, so... The kind of card I'm very happy to main deck, but that I am not averse to sideboarding, should it be relevant. Oh, you're right about that, Kiza. That's true. It's just the Grixis is less common in Cube because it's a little bit harder to pull off, I guess. But you're right. If you do get to live the Grixis Thieves dream, then you really are doing it. Grixis Thieves is one of those archetypes that I like keep like thinking. I was like, oh, I should make an EDH deck like that, and I'm like, no, I should not do that because exactly one person will have fun in that game. Like it's not a game. It's not a pro-social for multiplayer kind of deck. Despite being a very satisfying deck. Ooh, this is a Regisaur. I just dragged my land. That's funny. I guess I have been playing enough Arena that that's like actually a weird muscle memory thing for me now. Brazen Borer not being able to target lands is truly tragic. Oh wow, they actually had a Lotus on turn 1. Looks like. What is happening? Alright, well, we're about to see what the Lotus is for. I really hope I get to just, like, have them crack Lotus to cast, like, something, and then I can just borrow it. Yeah, I agree. It would definitely be a Nicol Bolas deck, but the problem is that, like, people don't want to play against that card either. Like, that card is pretty oppressive. All things being equal. Sure. I don't think I'm just gonna randomly eat a GT out. I'd rather just hold up Borrower, so that's what we're gonna do. Ooh, found a Phyrexian Metamorph target. Not a Borrower target. Ooh, or maybe a Skydiver target? Maybe both. Maybe I can Metamorph it next turn into Skydiver the following turn. That could be good. That could be good. I didn't get a Baleful Strix in this deck, I will say. That is a card that is missing from this deck. Baleful Strix is like one of my favorite cards of all time. Alright, we do have the mana. So, yeah, let's Metamorph. Wait. Hell yeah, I'm going to pay 3 mana and 2 life for a 1/1 Death Touch draw card. You better freaking believe it. Dece. Very dece. Alright, here comes a Lotus Bloom. Let's see what they can do with it, I guess. They potentially have 7 mana this turn. I mean, this is just sort of a turn 4 Black Lotus, as it were, which is, you know, still a good card. Not super sold on what's going to happen with it, but it's good. Presumably they attack? Pass through combat, then do a thing. Oh! Oh no. Okay. It's not the end of the world for us, to be honest. So what do I do here? I guess I could have forced it, but I kind of didn't want to. What is my plan here, though? They don't have, like, amazing attacks here. I think I'm actually just going to cast, like, Skydiver and steal their Strix. I think that's fine. Because this kind of stops them from attacking. Not completely, not fully, but like mostly. Let's see what my opponent wants to do now. They didn't make a land drop last turn, notably. Maybe I should have forced the stupid Titan. We're like definitely in worse shape now because I didn't, so yeah, in retrospect that might have just been loose. Especially because I could have reanimated. Yeah, no, the more I think about it, the more I should have just forced. I got greedy. I was like, oh, I can like keep all my cards, but I think I got greedy there. It was probably just correct to force the Titan, especially because it came off freaking Lotus. Alright, let's see what happens. How fast do you think the Bone Shredder came out of the deck? Really? Okay. Not what I had expected, certainly. I'm going to trade here. And here. I'm actually going to trade all around, I think. Yeah, this is fine. I see. I do have to force that. I can't let the Grey Titan live, unfortunately. Especially because I want to be able to reanimate it. Hopefully they don't have their own reanimation spell here. That would suck, because I can't stop that now. See what happens. Okay. Interesting. I haven't actually drawn that one yet, have I? Okay, so I'm gonna just cast a Chalice for 1 here. And then I can cast Jitte plus Reanimate. Actually, belay that order. Let's first just cast Reanimate, because I want to cast Reanimate with that in a way that makes it soft counterproof. So let's grab this Titan, see what happens. Nice. Okay, so that resolved. Love to see it. Do I just Regisaur here? I could also Opposition Agent them in theory. If they have a tutor effect. They haven't shown us any tutor effects. Interesting turn to navigate here. Kind of just want to get the Chalice and the Jitte going. If they wind up casting a Demonic Tutor exactly this turn, like, I guess sucks to be me, but I think this winds up being better on the balance. Okay. Fair, I guess. Fair. Ye old Cabal Ritual for +1, huh? Fair enough. Fair enough. My opponent is doing admirably well for someone who hasn't made their 4th land drop by turn 6. I will give them that. I will absolutely give them that. This remand's kind of brutal for them, because it basically means that whatever they do next turn is unlikely to be relevant. Okay, that's fine. This is like my opponent tried to be Storm, and then Storm was like cut, so they were like, okay, I guess we're like Reanimator now, but also Control. Or, I don't know. I'm a little confused by what's happening right now, but it's interesting. My opponent's played some very powerful cards, just the combination of them has been bizarre to me. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a thing. Yeah, let's just kill this other zombie then. They can lock down my GT. No, the ritual alone doesn't, but like the Lotus Bloom also kind of leads me in that direction. Like there's a few sort of Storm-esque cards happening here. Mm-hmm. GT away. Thoughtseize. No. You can do that next turn. After I've cast all my hand. Would have sucked if they actually had Sandbag to land and they were just like land Thoughtseize again. Like, fuck, got me, but looks like no. Hello. Alright, so they're gonna get the Thoughtseize one of my cards here. And so I guess the question is really just like, which one do they want to Thoughtseize? Do you know what? I'm gonna lay a trap for my opponent here. I'm gonna lay a trap for my opponent. I'm gonna cast Regisaur and the Thief of Sanity. And then they may not Thoughtseize me because they know I'm gonna have to discard my last card to Regisaur anyway. But what they won't know is that in response to the Regisaur trigger, I can actually just cast my opposition agent. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. So I'm gonna like, yeah, I'm gonna try to like soft bait them into like not casting their Thoughtseize to like not spew value on a card that I'm losing anyway. Now they may just like miss that interaction entirely and just go for it regardless. But yeah, you never know. Like Thoughtseizing a person with a Regisaur and one card in hand is like kind of not great. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Nope, they're just Thoughtseizing me anyway. That's really fun. Oh, are they not? Are we getting them? Okay. Opponent did not take Bone Shredder out of their deck. Okay. Choices once again. I mean, again, it does fade one turn of Thief of Sanity, I suppose. Choices again. Are they Thoughtseizing me anyway? Alright, you got me, buddy. Like, I guess I'll just have a 3-mana 7/6 with no downside then. I'm like pretty surprised. Pretty surprised. Like they just sort of took 2 damage for no real good reason there. Oh well. You can't outplay stupid, apparently. Sorry, I shouldn't. That was very rude. I should not. No. My opponent may just have missed the interaction. But basically, I was like banking on them being clever enough to not miss the interaction and then try to get me with it. But instead, they just sort of took the level 1 line, which is fine. Alright. Show me what you got, opponent. More black sources, huh? So they can't actually turn down the Tar Pit here, which is real unfortunate for them. They can attack me with Mutavault, though, and for 4 here if they wanted to. But I think they would end up losing that fight over time. Like, what they need to do is deal with, like, Thief first, and then Regisaur second in, like, pretty short order. Both of those are threatening to bury them under either just literally being dead or in undercard advantage. Okay, that's a good card to get yourself out of a bind. You're gonna get to see a couple of new cards, get rid of some bad ones. Discarding Swamp Opposition. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you got Bitter Blossom Opposition, it makes a certain amount of sense. Is that why the Beep Beep is in there? Just because they wanted to like be able to like opposition with as many creatures as possible in the deck? There's the Bitter Blossom. Well, the good news is I'm gonna get a clean hit in with the Thief here. So that's pretty cool. They're probably gonna have to throw the Revoker under the bus here too. I'm feeling pretty good about this one, chat. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. Feeling pretty good about this one, chat. How heartbreaking must it have been for my opponent to discard opposition there? They're animating. You don't say. Just block, block? Oh, they're not animating because they don't want to give up the Phyrexian Metamorph yet. Or the Phyrexian Revoker. They're being very stubborn about that card, but to be fair, GTA would mess them up pretty badly. So this is also messing them up pretty badly. Another Regisaur. That's very funny, actually. I guess I'll just take the Regisaur. I can't actually take either of the lands in a meaningful fashion, but I'm not going to cast the Regisaur here because I'm going to cast Scarabeezy instead. Mm-hmm. My opponent's going to have to have drawn a pretty good one here. Yeah, they did not. Okay. That was pretty decisive, I would say. This is a very solid opener. Obviously, the Oracle's like not playable, but I have the turn 1 Visions, which is the best Visions. Turn 3 Thief of Sanity. Scarab God eventually. Not much more you can ask for. Playable 2-drop would be great, but I'm not going to get too greedy. Alright. See you in 4 turns, Ancestral. Okay. Overgrown Tomb is like kind of a good sign insofar as like green-black is not a particularly winning color combo. Should get rid of that for now. Was that a good draw, chat? Was that a good draw? Yes, well, that does... I mean, I did get a turn 2 play after all, just not the one I thought I'd be getting. Much better than I thought I'd be doing. Oh, they also have a... What? Did I miss the memo on Lotus Bloom? Is this card secretly broken or something? Like, what is happening? Alright, don't kill my thief. Damn it, they have red. They're definitely killing my thief. Don't do it. I don't know what you're gonna do, but don't do it. Just don't do it. Nope. Bad. Don't do it. No! Fine. Assassin Trophy. Well, okay, fine. If you insist, I'll play a Scarab God on turn 3. No, Lotus Bloom is not actually good. I am mostly memeing. I'm well aware of how not good that card actually is. But like I said, I will take a turn 3 Scarab God after my turn 2 Thief of Sanity. Yes, sir. 1 turn late. Funnily enough, if this hadn't happened, I could have played it, but then I couldn't have done that. So, you know, we're not going to complain too much. Alright, deal with this one now, please. I guess I'm gonna upkeep stop myself now again, so I can upkeep the Thief of Sanity and get a 4/4 Thief of Sanity instead of a 2/2/1. I like that. I mean, again, this could die to something else, but they had to use an Assassin's Trophy on that, so they might not have a lot of removal available. Yep, that ain't removal. Do you have a land, opponent? I hope you have a land. I guess that's a land, yeah. Alright, well, I don't even know what my opponent's up to anymore. Oh, rip, Riley's streaming now? Oh, well. Goodbye, all my viewers. Goodbye, all my viewers. No, we're gonna bottom that. Do I want to play the Thassa's Oracle? I probably do. I get 4 looks to the top. I get to look at the top 4 cards here. Solid. I guess I'll just put Jite on top. Bottom the rest of this nonsense. Yeah, Jite seems fine here. No, I don't know. I was mostly joking. It's just I'm always self-conscious of the fact that I'm, you know, an offshoot of the Riley Knight streaming empire. And so, I don't know. I'm always like a little like self-conscious of streaming while Riley is streaming because it's like, well, you were all there first. Why wouldn't you be there now? But I don't know. Oh, Thief of Sanity does get bricked pretty unfortunately well by Amazabeth. Don't even really have an out to that card, so I guess just rip my Thief forever and ever. What is happening with my opponent's deck, though? This is some kind of pile. 3 cards still. Like, they have just, like, all the mana under the sun. Daretti. Okay, Daretti makes Lotus Bloom a little bit more logical. Is Team Jackal an actual team? I don't know what Team Jackal means. I mean, I probably am not, since I don't know what it is, but yeah, what is that? What does this do? Is the turn I'm getting to resolve this? Yeah, it is actually nice. Wait, do I want to just reanimate this Metalworker? Yeah, I guess I do. That's fair, Pete. That's fair. I want to just top. I don't feel like Opposition Agent looks that good here. But I'm also kind of worried I'm playing against a Tinker deck, in which case Opposition Agent actually sounds great. So I guess I do just top here. Top. Draw the Jite. Oh, I guess I just have to draw both, really, don't I? Target me. That's pretty good. Okay. Then I draw my own. Oh! All of the things. Okay. It's a shame I don't have 1 extra mana, or I could actually like try to Skydiver the Lotus Bloom from them. We can borrow it though. Kind of want to do that. Let's go to combat first. So I'm gonna send Scarab God at the Daretti. Thief at them. It's gonna get, yeah. So they basically have to make a choice. So they want to not take a Thief hit, or they want to save their Daretti. Okay, they don't want to take a Thief hit. They're giving up the Daretti. presumably. Okay. I mean, solid. I kind of want to just borrow the Lotus Bloom now. Like, they're going to crack in response and deny me the actual borrower, but I think that's worth it to just, like, deny them a Lotus Bloom. It means they untap with, like, basically no mana next turn. Like, 4 mana, maybe 5, with 2 cards in hand. They just let it go to hand? That couldn't have been correct for them. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Something Twitch team. Oh, okay, they're just off it. Dece. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess I'll ask. Who should I ask about that? Do I ask Riley about it? Do I ask Lion about it? Like, who's in charge of that? Shane? Okay, so they're playing some sort of nonsense 5-color artifact pile, from what I could tell. I don't think I changed anything then. I think I actually just run it back as is. Well, Riley's always been part of Team CFB, at least as far as I know, right? But I guess maybe like a bunch of the like offshoot. Yeah, I guess I'll ask all of them. That's not a bad idea. When in doubt, certainly. That's kind of a cool concept. Also, wow, this hand is terrible. Just real bad. Change any of these spells for a land. Ideally a black land, and we'd be in business, but this hand is not keepable. It's a shame, because it's really close to keepable. Like, this hand is much, much worse. Fuck, is this hand a mulligan? This hand doesn't do anything. This might be a multi-5, unfortunately, for me. Yeah, like, this actually just is better. We're going to keep that. We're going to put that on the bottom for sure. And then this on the bottom for sure. Yeah. And then we're going to be riding hard on the back of, like, Inquisition buying us time to get to Gonti, basically. That's the plan. Okay. Land is nice. Means I get the Gonti for sure. What the hell is this? Wow, what is my opponent's deck? What is happening here? I guess I take the what do I even take? I guess I take the O-Stone. Metalworker doesn't do anything right now. Like, they could draw artifacts, but like the O-Stone is the only card that does anything. The Metalworker is a glorified 1/2 for 3. So not the most intimidating card ever. I can't believe they kept that hand. It's like really bad. I would have mulliganed that instantly. But then again, as we just saw, I mulligan a lot more aggressively than many, so I don't know. Alright, nice Metalworker, I guess. Which of these do I want to play first? I guess the Thief of Sanity. They didn't have an answer for it last turn. Or like when I took a look at their hand. What do I know about their hand? They've played not much at this point. I know that they have a Forest in hand and 2 unknowns. Alright, let's see if we get to untap with the Thief of Sanity here. They have 3 potential cards that could deal with it, so we'll see. They're certainly not out of the woods. Alright, so that's the last card I don't know about, so they've been good at least about sort of being diligent on giving up, like playing out the cards that don't give up information. Alright, let's go to combat, see what happens. Looks like we're getting a hit in. Yay. Jesus! Okay. I guess that kind of explains what's happening. Are they playing Eureka in this deck? Alright, so they get a shuffle back trigger. That's very funny. Yeah, not what I would have assumed I was going to hit there. Alright, I'm going to play out the Gonti here first. I don't really know what I care about here. This is play or cast. Cast, so I'm not going to take a land. So I guess I'll take an O-Stone. It's like not a bad sort of like oh shit button. Okay. Oh, I don't think I ran a prediction for this draft, did I? Oh well. Survey says probably going to be fine. Solid. Let's attack first. Jeez, man. Thief, just getting to get multiple hits in with Thief feels so good and so gross. Oh, there's a trophy. Also, rip your Black Source. Okay. Just absolute steal your deck tribal going on right now. Every single card I've cast has taken a card from my opponent in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I got their Ulamog now. That's very funny. Along with a Blood Chief's Thirst and a Selesnya Signet. Okay. Well, I have both of my opponent's Shuffleback Eldrazi's that I know about in my exile zone in various capacities. Oh yeah, this is definitely like the archetypical, like, you made this? I made this. Oh, activating the Metalworker. What's going on? Over under on getting to cast one of these Eldrazi this match. Or this game, I guess I should say. Kind of want to. Probably won't get to. 2 cards enter the revealed zone. I assume one of them was Grit. Oh, and a Blightsteel Colossus. Ugh. Can they cast that? Oh, they might be able to, actually. Hang on. Oh, no. Okay, wait. I need to do some math, because it might actually be appropriate to trophy here. Okay, so the revealed Monolith. Okay, so they have 2 mana. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 exactly. But if they Tolarian Academy, tap it in response... Oh, am I just facing down a Blightsteel here? I actually don't know that I can do anything about it. That's very unfortunate. Apparently I should have been respecting that card a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't think... Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about this. Because this is going to effectively end up tapping for 2 no matter what. Oh. Not what I thought was going to happen. Not what I thought was going to happen. Okay. Okay. Wow, nice hand, opponent. What the hell? Wow, they certainly had been drawing some fire up until then. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we're going to go after that, since I don't really think I can deal with that resolving. Alright. Sure, find a land. Damn. Gross. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shit, they actually still get to Blightsteel me next turn? That's not good. Damn it, we're actually gonna die to a stupid Blightsteel Colossus. And there's nothing I can do about it. F in the chat for me. Damn it. It's already borrowed, right? Wait, no, was that last game? Okay, I could still draw a Brazen Borrower. That would be an out. Yeah. We're actually like pretty bad in pretty bad shape at the moment, unfortunately. Metalworker, Reveal, Colossus, and whatever other number of things. Yep. Jesus! They also have a Worm Coil engine now? Hiya, dude. Okay, well, I need to respect Metalworker more than I did, apparently. Because I didn't. I ignored it, and we've essentially died to Metalworker. They could not have done any of these things without the Metalworker, basically. Yeah, you kind of hate to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm pretty far away from casting the Kozilek still. Yep, that's a Blightsteel. That sure is a Blightsteel Colossus. Good ol' infect your country. Alright. Yeah, that's not an out. That is not an out. Because you know what Oblivion Stone does not kill? Is Blightsteel Colossus. Oof. Oof da. Just trying to like think if I have any outs here. I feel like the answer is probably no, but I figure I'd give myself the best possible chance here. Let's cast the O-Stone. Let's put a fate counter on this. I'm not going to play out the Mox Ruby because I don't want it to get blown up by O-Stone if that matters. And I am planning on blocking with the Regisaur regardless. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Not expecting great things to come of this, but you know. Oh? You don't say. You don't say. That might have been one of the best draws in my entire deck. We're still very under the gun, but now we can actually just trade off Blightsteels, which is like kind of hilarious. If they have like anything, I'm probably still dead here, but like I have a Blightsteel Colossus now. What a bizarre game this has been. Sure. So I get to deal me 8 here, which is not good for me, of course. Mm-hmm. I'm not dead to this. I got a 3 or 2 on board. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I'm 1 away from getting to cast the Kozilek? We're probably still dying here, but like, I'm surprised that we've managed to stick in this game as long as we have. This has been a really interesting one so far. Yep. So land is fine, and spells that deal with multiple permanents are fine. But I'm going to need to deal with essentially all of these creatures. Search for Tomorrow, you got it. I wonder what this card that my opponent is sandbagging is. Because he's just been chilling on a single card in hand for a while. I feel like it might just be a land. I feel like it's probably just a land, but I am curious. Alright, we're at 2, so that's pretty bad. Alright, well, I think that does kill us, unfortunately, because the Kozilek is not actually, like, an out. If it had been the Ulamog and we had 1 more mana, maybe, but I just kind of wanted them to know. I needed them to know that I had their Kozilek. Well, remember earlier when I said, are we going to cast the Kozilek this match, or this game? The answer was yes. Which you kind of love to see. So close, so close. That was just for the flex. That was just for the, like, yeah, I had it. It was mine. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so my opponent doing, like, very aggressively artifacty things then. So yeah, I mean, I guess just, like, murder the metalworker with, like, pretty extreme prejudice, apparently, was the lesson to be learned from that. Oh god. The sun, she is blinding. Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock right this time of year is the exact time that the sun comes in and decides to absolutely dunk on the corner of my eye. Alright, let's play another one. Yes, I accept. Doing all the things still. Alright, keep. Alright, Blood Grip tapped into Dark Slick next turn. Lotus Bloom on 0 again. What's it like, opponent, just having a Lotus Bloom in your opener every game? Hey, I wouldn't know. Ooh, that's not bad. Alright, alright, alright. Well, as long as we keep drawing lands, we've got ourselves a decent little curve that we're working up to. Okay. Oh. Well, I guess I F6 when I meant to F8. And now they have a Signet in play that I kind of wish they didn't. To be fair, I've had a Thief of Sanity on like 3 every single game against them, so that might be annoying from their perspective. They have a lot of very scary cards that I really kind of need them like not to get to resolve anytime soon, ideally. Rip Thief. This kind of feels like a Rip Thief. Yep. Yeah, let's get another black source. Let's get another blue source, actually. Scarabeezy. Yeah, like, they should just not have this Signet right now, which is, like, kind of upsetting, but that's my own fault. That's my own fault. This is the Lotus Bloom turn? Yeah, it is. Fingers crossed, chat. Hopefully we don't just get absolutely sewered here. It's a lot of mana for my opponent. 8 mana right now. It does cast an Ugin, unfortunately, for me. So if they have the Ugin, I'm going to lose my Scarab God, and it's going to be kind of a bad beat. This doesn't look like Ugin, though. No, it's Metalworker. Okay, I can deal with Metalworker. I didn't know I was drawing land, which is why I didn't go for the like more aggressive line of like reanimate the thief. Because I was very tempted to. So what's my plan here? What is my plan here, actually? I have a couple of lines I can take. It's basically Frost Titan, like it's basically like Frost Titan attack, or a combination of like Petty Theft plus one of my 4-drops. There's also the question of like, should I be going after Lotus Bloom or Metalworker? I kind of think I need to go after the Metalworker. Yeah, kind of think I do. Okay, let's attack first. Let's attack regardless. They're not going to block with the Metalworker, so this is essentially just getting in for 5 pretty freely. I wish I could deal with both the Bloom and the Worker this turn, but alas, that's just like not how that's going to work out for me. Do I do it in their upkeep? What's Gonti here? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying with the God value. Just like use my 4 mana to reanimate the Thief of Sanity and Petty Theft. Yeah, that's like not even the worst. Yeah, okay. So let's borrow the Metalworker. Let's borrow the Metalworker and then pass. This is actually a decent line against the potential Ugin as well, though it didn't look like they had it last turn, or they probably would have just Windmill Slammed it. Because if they want to go Ugin here... Oh, dear. That's annoying. Alright, well, I guess I have to do that now. That's a very obnoxious card. Okay. One, two, three, four, 7 mana still, even after all that. Nope, there goes the Lotus Bloom. Okay. Okay, that's actually fine, because I can just Frost Titan that. Okay, that's really not a big deal. I do not want an Inquisition at this point in the game, I don't think. I think we're past that. I mean, like, I could have Inquisitioned the Metalworker away, but I don't actually think that that's, like, the correct thing to be doing. Brutality is quite interesting here. Do I discard a card? I could go Collective Brutality plus Phyrexian Metamorph copy of the Thief of Sanity, and it would copy the 4/4 Thief, I believe. Maybe? So there's no creatures in the yard, so this is actually a good turn to get rid of the 2/2, because that 2/2 is actually a huge pain against my Scarab God. So target creature gets -2/-2. Do I want to look at their hand? I know that they have a Metalworker in hand. I don't know what the other mode is, and I don't really know what I would discard. I kind of just want... Yeah, it's not... I don't have a card that I want to discard particularly actively here. Because I also think that they could... If I discarded a creature, they could... Oh, yeah, that would actually be terrible. If I discard a creature, which I would have to, they could actually respond with the Skoos to save the Skoos. So that would be terrible. So we're just going to kill this. No, I actually just want the Skoos gone. But, I mean, you're right that it's, like, probably just correct to attack first no matter what. But I was, like, quite certain that that was just, like, going to be the line. So I didn't bother, like, going any deeper than that. Jesus, there's a channel in this deck too? Wait. I think, wait, does this work? This is any color, right? Yes! Get channeled OP! Oh, that's awesome. So I get to play the Frost Titan here as well? That's sick. Cast channel? Oh, I can channel the Phyrexian Metamorph too? Yes! This is so good! This is so good! Oh, great. Oh, this is Vintage Cube right here. This is some peak Vintage Cube garbage. Tap that. Okay. And then cast this. Pay 2 life. Cast that. Make it a copy of this. Tap. That. Hey, we did it, chat. Whee! Oh, that was fun. Oh, that was very fun. I enjoyed that game. I enjoyed that game lots. Oh, baby, that was nice. Thief of Sanity. What a card. What a card that is. All right, let's go for the trophy. Let's go for the trophy, chat. Oh, I actually do get to play against that now. Yeah. Yeah, I finally, MTG bot finally kicked in. So I'm playing against somebody who's 1-0. So they're actually getting paired up here, which is unfortunate for them. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot we had a miscalc in this deck. We've just never seen it. This is a solid little hand, though. Not the best, not the worst. Alright, fine. Posture check and hydrate it is. I'll hydrate. The posture check always makes me sad because I get so comfy in my shitty posture. Alright. So let's just go water grave tapped and pass. Playing against Drama Joe with some Llanowar Elves. Alright. I wonder what my mono green matchup is. It's probably worse because I'm not on the play, unfortunately. Although, I wonder how good this opposition agent is going to be. Green does tend to do a decent amount of deck searching, so, you know. Oh, green-black garbage, you say? Yeah, I'm going to miscalc that. It's going to get very difficult to miscalc things the more of these random mana dorks they start playing, so I may as well just get miscalc in while the getting's good. I can kind of just, like, slam Ashiok now and, like, pretty much just start putting the screws on them, too. Like, they are not currently well set up to beat an Ashiok. Black means they could have, like, random destroy target planeswalker stuff, but on the balance, Hydroid Crisis? Love it. I only... Oh, do you know what's cool? Oh, no. I guess... Wait. No, never mind. Crisis is not good here. Crisis is not good here. For a second, I thought it was, like, you may cast a creature card, but it comes into play for free, which means I would just be, like, essentially just removing 2 loyalty to put a Crisis in my opponent's bin, which is not what you want to be doing. They also exile the Casualties of War and Taiga. Okay, and dear Lord, what is happening? Okay, well, we just went from like 0 to 100 out of nowhere. Crap. Alright, rip my hand, I guess. Alright, who would win? One Elfie boy or the Weaver of Nightmares themselves? Okay. A little bit sad that the Tassier got too, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That's about the worst draw in my deck, probably, but, you know. It is what it is. Oko. Okay, well, my opponent's deck is certainly not bad. Maybe they just died of their own crypt in like 5 turns or whatever it is. Nope. Certainly not. Alright, 3 cards in hand. We're working up to an Ashiok. Oh! I might actually put the Raminep Excavator into play. Maybe I should have done that instead. Or no, I couldn't because I just got it. But Raminep lets me start playing lands again, which is kind of nice. I kind of like that. Oh yeah, so my opponent is just on 5-color utter nonsense. Like, Casualties of War in your 5-color deck is certainly ambitious. I will give them that. Alright, what do we got? Okay, land off the top is not ideal. They have 1 card in hand, so they're not really doing anything. Yeah, let's put a Raminep. This is Raminep, right? I'm not getting, like, super debated here? Yeah. Now I get to play the Blood Crypt. No. It's like pretty decent. That's honestly pretty decent, I think. Like, I'm pretty sure, I mean, obviously my opponent could draw a lot of things, but I am very much ahead on board at the moment. My opponent's now under, like, a pretty severe self-burn clock, too. Although they have been very lucky with their Mana Crypt so far. They're 2 for 2 on 1 flips, which is... You know, you hate to see it. Decent. Yeah, hitting that Raminep was like kind of absurd value for us. Alright, a Tarn, a Forest, and a BOP. Okay, let's gem Scarab God out, shall we? That Raminep really clutched it out for us there. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's about time... Yeah, it's about time they lost the flip there. So I get to buy back... Oh, they're just off it? Yes! You love to see it. What Bitter Blossom, chat? That was sick. Ashiok versus the world. Let's go. Okay. Do I want to bring in any of my creature removal against? I don't even think so. Like their deck was weird, dude. The deck was just 5-color actual nonsense. But yeah, we got there. I think we're just gonna play it as is. Scrub God. Never actually heard that, which is almost surprising. Like, I feel like that's like not an uncommon thing. This is a terrible hand. We're gonna mull that. This is a beautiful hand. We're never mulling this. Keeping this for sure. What am I putting back? I think it's between Skydiver and Frost Titan, and I'm not entirely sure which of the two it's supposed to be. Did they show us a lot of artifacts? I feel like they showed us. Did they? Not really. Yeah, let's put the Skydiver back. In before they like play a Mox, and I'm very sad about it, but yeah, maybe let's just put the Titan back. I'm being greedy by putting back the Skydiver. So my opponent's on the play, but I'm gonna get to go land Inquisition to kind of bust up what they're doing. Are they mulliganing? Oh, they mulled to 5? Oh no, opponent. I'm so sorry. Like, it's not a reach. Like, it's very reasonable. Like, Scrub God is not like, you know, like, it's pretty much 1 foot away from Scarab God, but I've just somehow never heard it. I think it's funny, though. I definitely enjoy it. Ooh, there's my double black. Perfect. All right. You know what? Just in case they have some sort of daze bullshit, I'm gonna Inquisition them here. Jesus, opponent. What the hell is this? What is this hand? Okay, so I'm going to leave them with the Mana Crypt, actually, because if they play the Crypt, I get to just take it with Skydiver, which is amazing. So do I just take the Oko, because I can't ever beat that card? Like, Birds is kind of whatever, and they don't have a green source anyway. Yeah, I'm just taking the Oko here. Okay. My opponent has got some ridiculously good cards in his deck, or in their deck, I should say, but, like... Oh wow, they actually ripped the land too? What's it like? They actually ripped the land. Stone Cold Champions ripping the land there. What's up, hon?
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm gonna make dinner after this draft. I'm almost done this.
Okay.
Okay. So my opponent's hand is currently just Fallen Shinobi and a Mana Crypt, which I suppose they can cast. That's like kind of terrifying. Yeah, they went to 5. They went to 5, Pete. Like, it was definitely not, like, willing on their part, as it were. Okay, so they might actually just hard cast the Shinobi here, but if they do, I think that's okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to take the Birds of Paradise? It seemed like the Oko was so much more problematic for me. Yeah, this is just going to be the Shinobi. Straight up. Yep. You got it, OP. Okay, so I need to find a way to beat this, or I actually kind of have a problem. That kind of qualifies, I suppose. I think yeah, so they're on 0 cards. So I'm just going to play the Gonti here. They can't attack, or it's just a trade. So they have to, like, just stone rip. Oh, opponent is a hero! This explains so much, just as a side note, though. Opponent is a goddamn hero. This is magnificent. This is magnificent. Wow. I love everything about this. I'm going to take the Knight of Autumn. I think it's the card with the most utility right now. Like, Nissa obviously just kind of doesn't do anything for us. Niv is just the glorified 6/6. Wowzers. My opponent is a hero. It's not the Reminap, it's not the Nissa. I could literally just take the Niv as a 5-mana 6/6 that might draw me a card or two. How many blue-black cards do I have in the deck? 3? Not very high odds. So I basically, like, do I want a naturalize effect, or do I want a big dragon that might draw me some cards? I don't know what barocking for someone means, but I'm guessing it's some sort of version of I'm rooting for opponent. Like, honestly, I don't even blame you. Like, this is magnificent. This is so ridiculous. I'm just gonna take the Niv. That's the fun thing to take, so we're gonna take it. That's definitely the fun thing to take. This is... Man, my opponent is on a pile. What a hero. What a hero my opponent is. Stone Cold Master is my opponent. This is amazing. They've also won so many friggin' coin flips with this crypt. Alright, what's your next trick, opponent? Oh, it's a castable. Okay, okay. I accept. Yeah, you kind of have to, right? Yeah, let's trade. Oh, you have no idea how badly I want to draw Scarab God right now. Alright, so I go land. Yeah, we're just going to go Skydiver and take the Signet to take them off double black. Because, like, one of the ways that I could lose this game is by just getting casualties out of nowhere. So even though the fun thing is obviously to just cast Niv Mizzet and be amused, I actually think it is just safer to take. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna take the Signet here. Oh, that's very funny. Aussies are great. Oh, they actually let me have an untapped land, which is kind of surprising there. Maybe they were just F6'd. Okay. Notably, I left them with the Crypt, because the Crypt is like low-key a win con when they have 0 cards in hand. Well, that's another block source for them. So, somewhat not great here. I'm not going to cycle the Miscalc. I don't think that I need to. Ooh. Very interesting. Alright, chat. Am I just casting this stupid dragon and going shields down for a turn? It feels like I'm not supposed to. In fact, I'm not going to. I'm going to be a responsible adult. We're just going to do this. Attack. Well, they're drawing mana. But that's not actually great for them, of course. I guess I'll cycle the Miscalc. This is essentially like the do you loot question. Oh. Upkeep. I'm gonna ice this. Draw another card. I'm gonna have to discard a card. All right, well, we're discarding Remand, if anyone was wondering. I'm not discarding the god himself. Wow, somehow I can't cast any of these cards. That's annoying. Oh well. Alright. Because I wanted to draw the card. Fire doesn't draw the card. Sorry, Pete. Sorry, chat. I know chat wanted me to cast a Niv. I know chat wanted me to cast a Niv, but I don't know. I didn't want to lose the casualties of war. That card's a pain in the ass. Oh wow. Opponent, brave soul. They're going to 50-50 dead here. Oh wow, they lived. They lived. And then they conceded. Hey, that's a trophy, chat. That is a trophy, and that was a very fun draft. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Do drop the Twitch channel a follow if you are so inclined, and if you want to see more of this content live, and you can heckle me like the rest of chat does all the time. But yeah, we'll see you next time.